Okay, Act 5, Scene 2. Now it's country near Dunsinane, so it's kind of where Macbeth's seat of power is. It's king, and then we get the kind of the thanes that are obviously Macbeth's thanes come into the scene, and they have a very frank discussion about Macbeth. You see the drum and the colors, so it's kind of official. These guys have got their troops. They're kind of there. They're like generals in an army, like Macbeth was. Okay, and here they are: Macteith, Caithness, Angus, Lennox, and soldiers. And then Macteith begins. The English power was near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Revenge is burning them for their dear causes, wood to the bleeding, and the grim alarm excite the mortified man. And here we get this idea that what's coming is an electrifying force. It's a force that is going to galvanize, hopefully, Scottish soldiers into joining with them in order to overthrow Macbeth, led on by Malcolm and the good Macduff. So these are not elements. And so we get this sense that what's happening is that they're arriving, that revenge is burned in them, dear causes, grim alarm, and excite the mortified man. Okay? Wood to the bleeding and the grim alarm, excite the mortified man. In a way, it's kind of like this is like an alarm call for the rest of the soldiers of Scotland to kind of stand up against Macbeth. Near Burnham Wood shall we meet them, and that way they are coming. Now, Burnham Wood, we shall meet them. Now, what's interesting, Angus is following on, so it's good Macduff. These guys are not planning to attack the English. They're planning on joining him. So here we see the rebels. Okay, and these are rebels that we already know. We've got Lennox and we've got Angus. All right, and we know that they have come to their senses now. We know Sir Donalbain be with his brother. For certain, sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry, their Seward son, and many unrough youths that even now protest their first manhood. And now I want you to notice this: unrough youths who even now protest their first manhood. These are young, noble soldiers, young, noble knights. Okay, they're not soldiers, but knights. An unrough youth is a young knight, like. And so these are young men, as young Seward is. Young Seward is his father's son, and this is his first battle, his first war. All right. And to protest their first manhood is basically to show that they are capable of being a knight and fighting. Menteith. What does the tyrant? Again, it's very clear. These guys are not with him. Great Dunsinane, he strongly fortifies. And here we get it. Some say he's mad, others that lesser hate him. Everybody hates him. Nobody loves him. Only people who lesser hate him. Do you call it valiant fury? But for certain he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule. He cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule. All right. He cannot control his subjects. So in a way, what's happening is he is so evil that everyone is deserting him, unless those who kind of fear him the more. That idea is distempered cause. It's a disease, distemper. And finally, Angus says, now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands. How minutely revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those who commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title, we're going to close, hang loose upon him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief. And there we get that lovely kind of metaphor of the kind of the giant's robe and a dwarfish thief. Macbeth was never fit to carve the robes of kingship. He's unfit for the kingly robes of Duncan. A dwarfish thief. He's a man belittled. He has no, how we say, he has no rectitude. He has no mana, as they say in Maori, in order to kind of fulfill the role of a king. When teeth occurs, who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start when all is within him does condemn itself for being there? Who then shall blame his pestered sense to recoil and start when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there? He already knows. He knows what he's guilty of. But Caithness replies, well, march we on, to give obedience where 'tis truly owed. When we the medicine of the sickly wheel, with when poor we in our country's purge, each drop of us. And I like that idea. Meet me the medicine. We are what will cure this country. All right, we're going to purge that, and we are going to put ourselves into cleansing Scotland of Macbeth's poisonous nature. So in a sense, like their sacrifice to remove Macbeth is like medicine. And the next replies, or so much as it needs to dew the sovereign flower and drown the weeds, make we our march towards Burnham. And there we get Burnham, and the audience are going, Burnham, Burnham. I remember Burnham. Where is Burnham from again? Ah, yeah, great Burnham would come to High Dunsinane. All right. It's part of the prophecy. And so again, I want you to look at this imagery here. To dew the sovereign flower, which is who? Malcolm. All right. And drown the weeds, those things who were disloyal and favored Macbeth. We make our march towards Burnham. And that is the end of that scene.